He said, pray as you see me pray. Utter these words that you hear me say. Based on the Sunnah, worship Him, just follow Him.
Assalamu alaikum. New class coming to you every Monday and Wednesday, taught by Ustad Layla Nashiba, the fiqh of prayer. Every Monday and Wednesday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Inshallah, we'll see you there. Streaming on all major platforms. Channel Sunnahfollowers.
The Muqasid Tafsir.
Where should I begin when I'm starting at the end? Pursuing the higher aim, learning the meaning of every page. Where should I begin when I'm starting at the end?
Assalamu alaikum. Sunnahfollowers presents a new class, the Muqasid of Tafsir, being taught and brought to you by Ustada Layla Nashiba. Please stay tuned, streaming on all major platforms, right here on Channel Sunnahfollowers. Join us every Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern for the Access to Layla Live call-in and answer show. Please join Ustada Layla Nashiba. If you have any questions in regards to this theme, call in at 862-370-2838. Now streaming on various platforms right here on Sunnahfollowers.
He said, pray as you see me pray. Utter these words that you hear me say. Based on the Sunnah, worship Him, just follow Him. Know your Lord. We learn about His names and His attributes. Know your Lord, what He approves and disapproves. Know your Lord, believe in all things that He has brought forth. Know His oneness, Lord.
Know Your Lord, part of the Right Belief series by Sheikh Kareem Abu Zaid, right here on Sunnahfollowers. Being taught by Ustada Layla Nashiba as she lays down the foundations to get you together. Learn about your Lord. Know your Lord. Streaming on all major platforms. Channel Sunnahfollowers.
Ina alhamdulillah, wa salat, wa salam ala wa rasulullah. I'd like to welcome everybody to our series, our Aqidah class. And this is like I remind you guys every day of all the classes or all the things to learn about Islam. This is the most important. Why? Because if you do not have the correct belief system, you're wasting your time. If you do not have the correct belief system, none of the good deeds that you do in this world will be accepted. And that's a reality. And I've been getting a lot of questions from the new shahadas and the new practicing Muslims. In fact, I received one or two today. A lot of Muslims are coming to me asking me the following question. They're saying, since Allah revealed the Quran in stages, does that mean that we don't have to practice everything all at once? Does that mean that I can take my time smoking, quitting cigarettes, quitting marijuana, fornicating because it's too much at one time? I don't know where this misconception, and again, this is why this war is not going away. I don't care how much y'all support kafirs and act like them. I have never heard of this in all my life, of Muslims saying that because the Quran was revealed in stages, because Allah did not reveal the unlawfulness of alcohol and covering up until the Muslims went to Medina, that we can just take our time and pick which parts of the religion or pick or choose which parts of the religion to implement in our lives. I don't know where you Muslims are getting this ideology from. It shows how we are hypocrites. I'm just going to call it as the truth. That's the way a hypocrite thinks. That's the way a hypocrite believes. A hypocrite picks and chooses what he or she wants to believe in and what they want to obey. And Allah hates hypocrites. Hypocrites will be in the lowest levels of the hellfire. Did y'all know that? They will be in the lowest levels of the hellfire. They will be lower than just any kafir, because the hypocrites knew the truth, but they decided to not practice it. They picked and choose. So I'm going to talk about this on Friday. For my Islam Q&A show on Friday, this Friday, I'm going to address this because I don't know where you women and men are getting this from, why these imams are telling y'all this crap to take your time and pick and choose because the religion was revealed in stages, so you ain't got to practice everything immediately. I don't know what mosques y'all go to. But I know the people that are asking me these questions. I got people who live in the West Coast, people who live on the East Coast, people who live in the South and North. So I guess this is a nationwide problem with you Muslims in America. I don't know who these imams are, but then again, I'm not surprised their so-called fiqh councils done changed and tweaked the laws of Allah. But I'm going to talk about that. And it's just disgusting. You know, as a daya, when I see how twisted the Muslims are today in their belief and their thinking and practice, and then I don't see the brothers, the men speaking out against it. I don't see the men doing what I'm doing. It's really saddening. It saddens my heart. As a daya, as a believer, it's just sad. So that's going to be my topic Friday. It's sad. I got Muslim women who are shacking up with kafir men. I got Muslim women who are still married to kafir men because some twisted imam told them that garbage. I got brothers who are dope dealers. One brother here sells drugs for a living. I got a brother here, no lie, wallahi. He sells drugs for a living. He's a new convert. He sells drugs for a living. And he tells me that the imam of his masjid told him that Islam was revealed in stages. And because it was, don't worry about, selling the drugs. Just concentrate on learning how to pray. Oh. This is the information that these masajids are giving to new shahadas. telling Muslim women that they can stay married to Kafir men, telling Muslim men that they can continue to sell drugs because it's and pick and choose what to practice, telling Muslim converts that there's a grace period. What was it last week? The sister said the imam told her in her community that she had 3 months. I mean, what is wrong with you people? It is sad. And you brothers have the nerve to ask why they come to me. Oh, yeah. I look at some of the comments from you lame schools. Why do y'all go to Layla Nashiba? Because evidently Layla got something that y'all don't have. A lot that y'all don't have. You sitting here steering these Muslims away from the truth. And you brothers are going to answer to Allah for that nonsense. And that's why I tell you guys, don't be duped by famous people. In fact, I'm going to tell you the truth. The more followers that a person has, that should tell you that that's one of the denizens of Shaitan. Because Shaitan has more followers than Allah does. Allah tells us that. The Prophet Muhammad said, when you live to see the days that we're in now, where the Sunnah has become abandoned, you will only find a handful of true believers. The rest are hypocrites. So the simple fact that you Muslims are following and listening to these people who have millions of followers, that should tell you that you following one of the denizens of Shaitan. I wouldn't seek no knowledge from anybody with 1 million followers. I wouldn't. That should tell you, Shaitan got another one, calling the people away from the truth. Yeah, it's disgusting. You know, there's no grace period in Islam, Muslims. Once you declare La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah, you have to yield and submit to Allah's laws effective immediately. You don't sit there and say, because the Quran was revealed over a period of 20-some years, you can wait to 20 years from now to stop smoking weed, to stop fornicating, to start wearing a hijab. Shame on you. Why did you convert to this religion? Was your sincerity there? Because the people that are sincere in belief, they say, oh Allah, we hear and obey. So why are you people converting to Islam if you have no intentions on living your life obeying Allah? Why are you converting to Islam if you have no intentions on stopping selling drugs? Why are you converting to Islam if you're going to still be a filthy fornicator, adulterator? Why are you converting to Islam if you want to still be a Nicki Minaj, Cardi B wannabe? What are you people coming to this religion for? What are you looking for? You think that just because you make a statement that you are saved from the hellfire? No. It don't work that way. And this is sad. Okay, so that's what I'm going to speak about on Friday, inshallah, because, it needs to be addressed. And maybe one of these brothers who, think they all that in a bag of chips or talk about it and they coot by. You never know. Maybe, maybe not. All right, but today, let's get to our topic. This is our book, Know Your Lord. Know your Lord. Know your Lord. And yesterday we spoke about the 4-step process. There's a 4-step process of how to assure that your knowledge and understanding of Allah's names is correct. And we use the example of Rahman. Rahman. And today we're going to speak about Rahman and Raheem, because a lot of people ask, what's the difference, if there's any difference regarding those two names? So let me put the PowerPoint up for tonight's discussion. Yeah, that's sad. One of the brothers here from the Emirates is here. Yeah, it's sad. Yeah, we got that. This is our problem here in America. Oh, yeah, evidently that's what they're hearing from these imams here, that since Islam was revealed in stages, they can submit to Allah in stages. Yeah, maybe you might want to talk about it in your lectures. You will? Alhamdulillah. Too bad the people here won't hear you, but yeah, you need to talk about that. Yeah, that's a big problem. Big problem. All right. May Allah bless you. Thank you for joining too. All right. So anyway, let's put the PowerPoint up on the screen. And again, tonight we're going to be covering pages 196 to 200 in the book, Know Your Lord. And again, for those of you who don't have the book, you want to get to Amazon to order it. Also get the children's version. The children's version is called Knowing Allah and Sharing Islam. The same topics, the same information, just reduced it so the kids can understand, so the kids can join this class and follow along with me in their book too, and answer the questions at the end of the chapter of their book. And participate with me here to really, so that your kids will, inshallah, grow up upon the right belief system. Okay? All right. So before I get into my topic, let me give you a quiz from yesterday, because yesterday we spoke about the 4-step process, and I used the example of Rahman. Let's see if you guys can answer this question. Ar-Rahman is not only a name of Allah, but an attribute too. And I want Sister Layla in my Zoom room to answer. Is this statement true or false, Layla? Is it true or is it false? Ar-Rahman is not only a name of Allah, but it's also one of his attributes. True or false? Sister Layla, is she in there, Awa?
Yes.
Okay. Is it true or false?
Yes, sister. It's true.
Okay, Sister Nia, what do you think? Is Sister Nia in there?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
You think it's true too? Okay, then what
Yes,
about
ma'am.
the people on YouTube, Facebook? My new shahadas, type it on the screen. Let me see y'all's answers. Yeah, YouTube, Twitch. Yeah, Twitch, YouTube, Rumbo, Facebook. Let's see your answers. True or false? Ar-Rahman is not only a name of Allah, but it's an attribute of his too. Is that true or false? Okay, Jamila said true. Anybody else on the social platforms? LinkedIn? Anyone there? You can type too. I can see you're typing. Okay, you type true. Good job. And exactly, this is true. And that's what I was telling you guys yesterday. When we call upon Allah, Allah says in the Quran to call upon him using his beautiful names. You don't use his attributes. Because 5 times out of 10, a name may be an attribute. A lot of his names are attributes too. So don't sit there with the mystic Sufi ideology of creating attributes and names that don't belong to Allah. You guys know what those 99 names are? Use them. Use those 99 names that's Googled all over the universe. Use those 99 names. Okay, because a lot of those names are attributes too. Everybody got that? But you don't want to do like Brother Adam was talking about yesterday. Is Brother Adam here? It ain't no planner. We don't refer to Allah as a planner, a deceiver. No, that's that mystic Sufi stuff you learn. We ain't into that. It's all about the Sunnah here. Quran wa Sunnah. Ain't no mystic Sufi here. If they are here, they're going to be shut down real quick. Can't nobody out talk Layla. Except one person. Yeah. All right. Exactly. So call upon Allah using his names. Any of those 99 names. That's it. Because some of those names, a lot of them are attributes too. And Rahman is an example. Okay, what about this? We talked about how Rahman refers to Allah's mercy and compassion. And we talked about how there's two types of mercy. Allah has general mercy, and he also has special mercy. What is his general mercy, and how does it differ from his special mercy? Who can answer that? Who can answer that? What is
general mercy is for everyone. It rains on everyone.
Right.
Special mercy is for the Muslim.
Is it just any Muslim?
It's for the believers.
Believer, yeah. I want y'all to differentiate. All believers are Muslims, but not all Muslims are believers. Don't get it twisted. So I want y'all to put the emphasis. You know, don't say all Muslims, because we got some Muslims that are messed up who gonna burn, baby, burn with disco fever. A believer and a mere Muslim is different. Okay? Let me see what answers you got here. Good job. His general mercy, good job. Same answers for all his creation, including the animals. Good job, Brother Timothy. Good job, Timothy. Allah's general mercy is for all his creation, including the animals. But his special mercy is reserved for the believers in him. Remember, we talked about how all of us are in different statuses. We're not the same. And that's something else that many of you learned from the Sufis. Many of you learned from the Sufis that you can't judge me. You're no better than me. You're no different than me. Oh, yes, we are different. We're a lot different. And then, yes, I can judge you. Okay, none of us are on the same level. All of us are different. We're all of us, each and every one of us are on different levels of closeness with Allah. Even the prophets, alayhi salam, were not the same. Allah raised some of them over others. He tells us that in the Quran. Okay, so, that special mercy that Allah has, he reserves it for those that are close to him. He will do for them what he won't do for someone who doesn't believe in him or who is not as close to him as they are. That's why the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said we have to be careful what we say about another Muslim because that person may have a better relationship with Allah than you do. You might be attacking someone that Allah chose to be his friend. And Allah says he will become a ferocious lion against anyone who harms any of his allies, his awliya. So that's why we have to be careful how we treat other Muslims. We treat each other with respect and love and dignity and all of that stuff, because you don't know what my relationship is with Allah. I don't know what yours is. You might be closer to him than I am. Okay? And people put on an act, especially today. People can pretend. Y'all see what's happening in the Islamic community here in America and around the world. A lot of famous celebrities that y'all thought were so high and mighty, y'all thought were scholars and people of all this. And look how Allah is bringing them down, revealing how they really are. So be careful. Appearances. Don't be deceived by appearances. Okay, we have to learn to look beneath the surface and be kind to everyone. So, and also, in regards to Allah's general mercy and his special mercy, what else is different about the two? What else is different about Allah's general mercy and his special mercy? Come on, think outside the box. We talked about it yesterday. Not only
is it that the people that get special mercy, what is it? What do I have noted here? That they live like a good life. Their sicknesses are, cured and things like that.
Almost got it. But what else? That's partly true too. But what else? Think outside the box. Allah shows his general mercy to every creation that he created on this earth. But what about that special mercy on this earth? I'm giving y'all the key word, the clue. What did I just say? Allah shows general mercy in this world to all his creation. So what's the difference between general mercy and special mercy?
The special mercy is given to the believers, not for only this world, but for the hereafter.
Exactly. Don't forget that too, guys. General mercy. Allah shows it to all his creation in this world. But special mercy, does he show his special mercy to everyone in the hereafter? Does he? No. He only shows that to the believers. The non-believers are going to hate, when they die. Where are the unbelievers when they die? They in hell, and they're never coming out. That's it. Allah gave them mercy in this world. But once they die, the non-believers have nothing coming. Allah says in the Quran, anyone who dies upon a way other than Islam will be in the hellfire forever and ever and ever. Even Abu Talib, the Prophet Muhammad's uncle, he ain't got no special mercy coming. He ain't got nothing coming. He's in hell now. He will stay in hell. The Prophet Muhammad's mother, the Prophet Muhammad's father, where are they? They're in the hellfire too, forever. So that special mercy is only given to those who believed in Allah in the hereafter. In the hereafter, Allah's not giving no mercy to no kafir. And I want you new shahadas to understand that, because this is another thing that some of y'all are struggling with. My new shahadas, I'm off of Reddit. Not only are you struggling, accepting the reality that you are a Muslim now and you have to obey Allah in everything he commanded right now. Stop drugging, stop sexing, all of that. but also you are struggling with the reality that if your mother died an unbeliever, that's it. It's over. She gonna be in hell forever. She no different than the Prophet Muhammad's mother and father. Okay? Allah is clear. Allah is clear. He said that mercy will only be given to the believers. He will ask the angels, what is the mercy? That special mercy will be shown when Allah will tell the angels to look in the hellfire and pull out anyone who has just an ounce of faith. Those were the sinful Muslims. Okay, but not no kafirs. So you new shahadas are gonna have to accept it. Everybody understand that, and it's my job to teach the truth, because I understand that some of the new shahadas have been told that Layla's harsh. How can y'all learn from her? I am not harsh. I am a daya. Islam is based on what Allah says and the Prophet. I keep my opinion out. The Prophet Muhammad did not sugarcoat this deen. I am not going to sugarcoat this religion to you. The day that I sugarcoat this deen is the day that my dawah boots are hung out to dry. Y'all understand that? Like I said yesterday, the truth is a bitter pill to swallow. That's the problem today. A lot of Muslims don't want to accept the truth. They're looking for people to pick and choose for them. That's not Islam. Either you believe in Allah and you submit to Him wholeheartedly. Allah says that in the Quran, submit to me wholeheartedly. Otherwise, it's not accepted. You're just a pretender. And Allah hates pretenders. And like I told you, hate is a part of faith. Well, this ain't Christianity. Love is a part of faith, and so is hate. That's Islam. That's real. All right, so y'all got to accept that. That special mercy will only be shown to the believers in the hereafter. It will not be shown to a kafir. Everybody understand that? Allah rewards the non-believers in this world. That's His general mercy. Allah will reward the non-believers in this world. Let's use an example. Look at Oprah Winfrey. Y'all like to talk about Oprah. Yeah, Oprah Winfrey gives away millions of dollars. That's what one of the new sisters was saying. Oprah Winfrey, she donates millions of dollars in this cause and that cause. Well, that's why Allah made her rich. Oprah Winfrey's one of the richest women in the world too, ain't she? Mm-hmm. She living high off the hog, ain't she? Literally. Mm-hmm. She can pay to have a chef cook for her so she can try to keep her weight down. A trainer, travel the world, have talk shows, make movies, play in movies. You know, so because of all the charity, all the good deeds that she does, this is her paradise. That's what the Prophet meant when he said this world is the paradise for the believer. For the unbeliever. If a person is an unbeliever and living a good, and he's good, Allah will bless him in this world. He will reward him in this world. But once he dies, he ain't got nothing coming. Unless they convert to Islam, and out of sincerity, they ain't got nothing coming. Y'all understand that? That's what Allah said, not Layla. All I'm doing is just telling y'all what He said. Don't kill the messenger, as they say. It's the reality. The truth is a bitter pill to swallow. Okay? You got that, Sister Amy? Is making sense to you now? Why should Allah reward or show his special mercy to a person that denied him, that hated his prophet in the hereafter? Why should they have that? Come on, if that's the case, what's the point in us being Muslim? It makes a lot of sense, doesn't it, Sister Amy? Exactly. You're starting to see now? Good. So that's the difference between Allah's general mercy and his special mercy. His special mercy he shows to all his creation in this world. His general mercy he shows to all his creation in this world. His special mercy is shown to the believers in this world and in the hereafter. You got it? Okay. All right.
Sister Layla. Will, like, on the day of judgment and when we're shaded, would that be considered a special mercy?
Remember, you are Muslim. Remember, when it comes to day of judgment, what happens to us and them ain't the same. On the day of judgment, the Kafirs got nothing coming. They go to hell, to hell, to hell. Okay, the Muslims that's a different topic, a whole different series. On the day of judgment, the Muslims will be divided into 3 groups. The people of the right hand, the people of the left hand. Who are the people of the left hand? They're the ones going to be dragged by their faces and thrown in hell. We got some Muslims that's going to be in the hellfire. Who are the people of the right hand? These are the ones that Allah will judge, but will forgive them of their sins and put them in paradise. And who are the forerunners? Those were the companions and the best. They going straight to paradise. But that's a whole different topic. I don't really want to talk about paradise. But what is it? Go ahead with your question.
I'm sorry. I just and a yes or no is just fine, and then I'll go and do my research.
No, that's okay.
Is it possible that we can do anything to? Because like my parents passed at the beginning of the year, and they were both unbelievers of Islam. Is there anything that we can do?
No. And I'm glad you asked that question. She's a new convert. Good job asking that. You cannot make dua. Once a person dies, if a kafir, Allah shows his mercy to them in this world. But once they die, it's over. They go to hell. They do not pass go. They do not collect $200. And we cannot make dua for them or pray for them or nothing else. It's over. So that's it. No, nothing you do for them. It's over. They weren't Muslim. They were no different than the Prophet's parents. We have the hadith where the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he went to the grave of his mother and he was crying over her grave. And Allah sent down those verses of the Quran saying, it is not befitting for a prophet of Allah to cry over someone who was kafir. We don't make dua for them. We don't cry over them. There's nothing we can do. She's done. She's gone. It's over. They made their choice. They chose to die upon something other than Islam. So we don't pray for them. We don't make dua for them. We got to keep it moving. And I know that's hard for some of y'all, but this is your test. Allah says, just because you say you believe in me, do you think I'm not going to test you? Do you love me or did you love your mother and father? You were good to your parents when they were alive. They're gone now. That's it. It's over. Keep it moving. Y'all understand? And I got to make it sound like this. This is the truth. There's no way that we can sugarcoat the truth. Y'all got enough mystic Sufis out there who do that. And that's why a lot of Muslim women are walking around with kafir men on their arms and praying to dead people who were kafir. Nothing you can do for them. It's over.
But it's not haram. It's
Jamali, don't come in here telling these new shahadas something that contradicts Islam. Because I got new shahadas in here walking around with their mother's ashes around their neck. Because some mystic Sufi told them they can't. The truth is a bitter pill to swallow. But y'all got to swallow it. Your mother died a non-believer. It's over. We don't pray for no non-believer. And I don't, anybody that say otherwise is telling you wrong. The truth, we got to accept. You love your mother? I love my grandmother. But my grandmother was a kafir. She's dead. She's gone. I don't pray for her because I love Allah. Y'all understand that? I have to be harsh because you new shahadas got to let go of that stuff. Do y'all understand, Sister Nia? Sister Nia, do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, I have to tell y'all the truth because these brothers will sit here and tell y'all garbage. And all it does is make it harder for you to let go and accept the truth. You stood by your mother while she was sick. You cared for her. You did the best for her, just like the Prophet Muhammad did with his uncle. But when his uncle died, Allah said, let it go. He's in the hellfire. It's over. Can't nobody overrule that. I mean, your mother, Allah gave her a good life. That was his mercy. But now she's gone. So you don't pray for her. You got to let it go. You understand? I mean, I can't make it no easier than that. And as far as you, Amy, you got to take that cremation stuff. You got to take that necklace off your neck. Walking around with somebody's ashes on. That's shirk. That's shirk.
What does that have to do with the people? I don't know why they didn't burn the people to make an ash. What's going on with the ash?
She cremated her mother and she can't let go of her. And some stupid imam told her that Islam was revealed in stages. So since Islam was revealed over a period of 20 years, you can take your time and basically pick and choose what parts of this religion to abide by. And that's not just her. I got a brother here who's a dope dealer. Same thing he was told. You know, take your time. Just work on learning how to pray. You can continue to sell drugs. You can continue to wear ashes of your mother around your neck, which is shirk. You can pray and go to the grave and cry over your parents who were kafirs. This is what I'm saying. This is the garbage that these imams are telling these new shahadas. And I'm sorry. Then when they come here to learn from me, the imams tell them, why are you learning from her? She's harsh. She's mean. No, I'm true. The truth is a bitter pill to swallow. Either you believe in Allah or you don't. Submit. That's what Muslim means. Submit. You know what I'm saying? Now you get it, Dr. Jamali? Yeah, that's what we're dealing with. You might want to do a khutbah about it. You know, that because Islam was revealed in 20 years or whatever, the Quran was revealed over a period of years. You know, I got, look in this Zoom room. Do you know I got about 4 women in here that's living with kafir men? They're still having sex with their kafir husbands because some stupid imam told them that there's a grace period. This is what I'm dealing with.
Sister Layla, I doubt there's an imam with knowledge gonna speak out.
Well, we know that half the imams in America ain't got no knowledge. That's the problem. I know that, and you know that. They don't know nothing. But these new shahadas don't know that they ignorant. You know?
But what I mean, there is no imam with knowledge can speak about this, that our sister become Muslim and live with her husband.
Well, they doing it. It's a bunch of them, Jamali. Even down there where you live. I got some where you are, from South Florida. They're still living with their kafir husbands because the imam told them to convert to the religion and take their time. And she's right down there where you are. So this is a problem. We know that it's not Islam, but we are that defending these people ain't gonna get it. It's the truth. The truth of this religion has to be told. And it seems to me that the brothers are afraid. I don't fear nothing but Allah. I am a daya. I'm a warrior of Islam. And I'm going to speak the truth about Islam. I don't care who gets hurt. I don't care. The truth, you're going to have to accept it. I don't sugarcoat for nobody. So I'm sorry, Jamali. There's no way you can come back at me with this.
Sister Layla, حديث الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم في البخاري قال يتم الحديث بدأ الإسلام غريبا سيعود كما بدأ غريبا. The Islam started strange, and he said, and Islam will come back as strange.
Yeah, well, that's what I've been teaching them. Yeah, they know that.
الحديث قال صلى الله عليه وسلم وطوبى للغرباء.
Yeah.
And typing for the stranger لطوبى.
Right, and that's what they learning from me. They learning all that from me, but they ain't learning from these masjids.
And the Sahaba asked, Ya Rasulullah, what is Tuba? What is Tuba? And that's for everyone in the Quran. Tuba is black typing, the highest place in the Jannah. قالهم الذي, the one he follow me and who follow the companion of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam only. And he said Tuba, with the one who follow me and follow the companion of Rasulullah.
Yeah, and the companions didn't walk around with no cremation ashes on their neck, nor were the females married to kafir men, nor were the companions walking around praying to their dead mothers and fathers who died kafirs. That's the reality. They know these hadiths because I teach them. But my thing is, then when I tell them that what their imams are telling them is wrong, you know, Layla's harsh. I could care less. Allah loves my harshness. Let's see how that sugarcoating is going to look on the day of judgment or in that grave. Yeah, but you sisters are going to have to let it go. You know, you got to leave those kafir men. You got to burn them ashes, sister, and stop praying for dead people that were kafir. Otherwise, this is all shirk. And I'm going to talk about that in this class. This is associating partners with Allah, guys. Y'all just showing that you don't love Allah like you should. And that special mercy that we talking about, you think Allah is going to show that to you when you didn't show him the love that he deserved? Yeah. Yeah, but that's what's going on here, Draman. Yeah. Yeah. But Sister Nia, do you understand though? What else was you asking though about that, Nia? I mean,
yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
No, that was it. If there was anything that we could do to, that when our parents do get there, and Allah looks at, their deeds or anything that they can say, your child did this and, or
that's only for the Muslim.
We can do as unbelievers. Well,
yeah.
For the unbelievers.
No, for them, no. But for you, yes. When you die, in any children that you have, if you get married, yeah, your children, whatever good deeds your children do, because you believe in Allah and you raise your kids the same. Whatever good deeds your children do, you get rewarded for, but not the kafirs. The kafirs are in hell. I mean, that's it. They chose. That was their choice. So no, whatever good you do, it doesn't go to your parents because your parents were not Muslim. They died upon, as Allah says in the Quran, anyone who dies upon a way other than Islam, it will never be accepted of them. Never. And they have nothing coming. There's another verse. Allah says, anyone who dies upon a way other than Islam, all their good deeds were just a mirage. They have nothing coming, so nothing you can do for them. They're non-believers. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And that's just reality. But, focus on getting married and raising your kids right. Then it'll be in your favor. Yeah, Sister Tony, go ahead. You got a question, Tony?
She said
Did she say something?
she said 50 daughters.
She said what, baby? Okay, and Sister Layla, go ahead with yours too, Layla, about the paradise. Go ahead. Layla?
Oh, I was just saying that Allah shows his special mercy on us when we when we have the day of judgment and when he shades us.
No, he's not shading everybody either. No.
No, the hadith that we're being shaded, some are going to be shaded.
But those people, yes. Yes. But that's special. That special group. That's the seven. Okay. But that's not, that's not for everybody. No, that hadith, there will be 7 groups that will be under the shade of Allah. But that don't mean that they won't be judged. They will be judged too, but they'll be shaded. But you have to be in one of those 7 groups. A child that grew up upon Islam, a man that spent his time in the masjid. Okay. 2 people that came together for the sake of Allah and party. Yeah, that hadith, but that's only for those people. But that's an example, you're right, of his special mercy that is shown to a special, because like I told you, all of us are in different levels of closeness with Allah. Some of us are closer to with Allah than others. So for those 6 groups, yes, they will be shaded, but they still have to walk that Sirat bridge, and they still have to give up their deeds. Just because they shaded don't mean that they ain't gonna do some time in hell. They gotta walk across that bridge and pay for settle the scores. And if they don't have a good deed, they going down too. So yeah, but yeah, that's one example too. Yes. Yeah. But that special mercy is not going to be shown to any non-believers at all. That's what I want y'all to understand. For the new shahadas, the non-believers, no special treatment. They will be dragged by their faces and thrown in hell. That's it. And they deserve it because they didn't believe in Allah. It makes sense. And that's what we're going to be talking about today, guys. If we truly understood, and I'm glad this talk came up, because if we truly understood the meaning of Rahman and Raheem, you would be like, wow, like I am. They deserve it. My grandmother deserves it. My grandmother did not believe in Allah. She did not worship Allah alone. So I don't care how good a person she was in this world. She deserves the hellfire. Okay, because she denied the one that should never be denied. If you truly understood these 2 names, which you're going to talk about, Rahman and Raheem, you will see it's all poetic justice. Okay, let me see. I think I got another question for y'all. Here's another question. What about this? Allah has 100 parts of mercy, and he placed 10 parts of it here on earth. Is that statement true or false? What do y'all think? Allah has 100 parts of mercy.
This is false. False. False.
Okay, what about YouTube, Rumbo, Twitch? What do y'all think? True or false? Okay, everybody said this is false. Why is it false?
Because the law says he gave 1% to the earth. He kept the other for himself.
Good job, mashallah. It's false because he put just one here. And that's the mercy that we show with each other. That's the mercy that a mother shows to its child. Even an animal as ferocious as a wolf will raise its hoof for its baby. Even those ugly alligators will show care and love for their babies. So if that 1% causes us to do this, imagine what it's going to do for the believers. Now, not the non-believers. Now, let's talk about this for a second, too. Who was it, Amy? The new Shahada that asked me this, that sent me this question from the Reddit group. Listen to this sister's question. Yeah, type it for me, Amy, so I can read it to them. Listen to this. I want all y'all to listen to this question. And it's a valid, good question from one of the new Shahadas from the Reddit, our Reddit group. Okay. She said, dear Miss Layla, she said, I was at your class yesterday and I learned so much. Forget all that. Let's get to the question. She said, if Allah has 100 parts of mercy, doesn't that mean that he would show that and forgive my non-Muslim mother of her sins? This is a good question. Do y'all understand what she's asking? Thanks, Amy.
Yes, good question.
Yeah. You know, a lot of people would do just like Amy. Amy's a new, the sister in Amy's group here. She's a new Shahada. She's been Muslim just 3 months. Okay? Allah is more merciful than anything. Well, if he's more merciful than anything, then why come we can't believe that he's going to forgive all the unbelievers on the day of judgment and let them go to heaven too? That's what the Christians believe. Well, the simple fact that Allah allowed your mother to live to be 85 years old, even though she drank, even though she smoked, even though she didn't believe in him. But he took care of her, cured her of her sicknesses in this world. He allowed her to live in a nice house. She lived a good life. She did everything that she wanted to do. That's his 100 mercies. His 100 mercies he shows to the unbeliever in this world. Because the simple fact that he still allowed the rain to fall, he still allowed her to be able to eat and live and have children and function and be happy. She had a happy life here, as you say she had. That's his 100th mercy. He gives them his mercy in this world. Do y'all understand that? And we talked about that yesterday. Does that make sense, Nia? Allah gives all his mercy to the unbelievers in this world, even though they curse him, even though they don't believe in him, even though they associate partners with him. He lets all that go. All of that go. He lets it go and still allows them to have a decent life. When if he wanted to, he could just end them. So, does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but on the day of judgment, that mercy is coming to us. And don't you think we deserve it? You know, we had to walk around with a hijab on from the age of 7. The sun ain't never touched my hair since I was 7. Okay? The fact that I don't even know what it's like to do drugs, to drink, to have boyfriends. You know, I'm an old woman. Been single for 30 years. I'm good looking. But the fact that I restrained all that for the sake of my Lord, don't you think that that makes me more deserving than that Kaffir woman who gave in to her desires to be admitted into paradise? This world is the paradise for the non-believers, guys, and Allah makes it such for them. That's his 100 parts of mercy. But for us, we will experience it, that 100 parts of mercy in the hereafter. Y'all understand that? It makes sense. Everything makes sense. You look at the Kardashians. These women are rich. They're beautiful through surgeries, but they still beautiful. They can have anything they want. They don't have to worry about how to pay their bills and how to get a man. All they got to do is go out and shake it and drop it like it's hot and come home with a new man every night if they want to. This is their paradise. So when they die, it's over. Don't you think that we are deserving of paradise because we didn't give in to none of that desire? We didn't do the hip hop scene. We didn't drop it like it's hot. We didn't do none of that. We're deserving of that special mercy. Y'all see that? So, Allah makes sense. You're just going to have to try to open your hearts as new shahadas to believe in him correctly, guys. You're going to have to learn to trust in Allah and to believe in him. And until your faith is formulated in your heart, when you have questions like this, what did we say we're supposed to do? What did our Prophet Muhammad tell us to do when we are questioning Allah? Why Allah won't forgive my mother? Why Allah does this? What did our Prophet Muhammad tell us to do when we entertain such thoughts about Allah that we shouldn't have? What did the Prophet tell us to do? Can anybody remember?
Subhanallah. La ilaha illallah.
Exactly. We're supposed to say Subhanallah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. Because those thoughts that you new shahadas are entertaining is coming from nowhere but your personal jinn. Your personal jinn is trying to take y'all back. Your personal jinn is trying to make you think that you made a mistake. Your personal jinn is trying to pull you away from the true Islam that I am teaching you. And he's trying to get you to compromise with the mystic Sufis, because those are the masjis y'all hanging around with. The people that are telling y'all to do what y'all saying that y'all can do, those are mystic Sufis. Those are Murji'a. Those are Jamia people. And America is filled with Murji'a and Jamia Muslims. Those are the masajids y'all are in. Okay? So you're going to have to do what the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said do, and say, Subhanallah, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah, until your faith grows. And as you continue to come to my classes, as you continue to come to me, your faith will grow more and more and more, and you'll end up in total submission, like you're supposed to be. Okay, but y'all got to not entertain these thoughts and just do it. Sister Amy, throw that necklace away. Just do it. Okay? All right. So that's what I'm going to talk about a little bit more today, guys. If you truly understood the meaning, if we truly understood the meaning of Rahman and Raheem, we would be more likely to submit. And let me put this, I'm going to make this screen larger. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Ferris. Alhamdulillah. Okay. All right. All right, let me put this up here. Can y'all see this? Okay. This is the question that Brother Amir. Amir, didn't you ask me this yesterday? I told you we talk about it today. Just like Allah is Ar-Rahman, Allah has paired Ar-Rahman with another name in the Quran, Ar-Rahim. Ar-Rahim, this is what Brother Amir asked about yesterday. Both Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim imply the attributes of mercy, compassion, kindness, and gentleness. Sister Layla, remember I was telling you that a lot of his names are attributes too. You can say Allah, you can call upon Allah using Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim. Because not only are these two names of Allah, but they are also names that imply the attributes of mercy, compassion, kindness, and gentleness. Okay? Ar-Rahman refers to Allah being the most compassionate. Ar-Rahim refers to the most merciful. Compassion also includes love, guys. So if you just call upon Allah using the Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim, look at all the attributes of Allah you done named. Okay? And although both names relate to the attribute of mercy, I want y'all to understand that these two names do not mean the same thing, even if they're mentioned together. And this is where the English, Dr. Jamali's not in here, huh? Dr. Jamali would be good at this. This is where the English and the Arabic get twisted, because that one Arabic word, as we talked about, can mean 100 different things. So don't confuse the meaning of these two names, because they're different. When we recite Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, okay, we're not repeating the same thing over and over, guys. Ar-Rahman, it indicates Allah's mercy as an attribute of his essence. Remember we talked about that? Ar-Rahman refers to the essence of Allah or his nature, whereas Ar-Rahim is connected to what? It's connected to his divine decree. It's connected to that one aspect of Allah's lordship that most Muslims do not believe in, and that is the qadr, the decree of Allah. Y'all understand that? So I want y'all to understand that Ar-Rahman, write it down. Ar-Rahman refers to Allah's mercy regarding his essence or nature, whereas Ar-Rahim is connected to his qadr, his will. Y'all understand that? Big difference. And those who are subject to his qadr, to his will. Okay? And also, so that's the thing. And also we can say, in other words, okay, I got the text. The brother here said it makes a lot of sense to him. Good job. Good job. In other words, Ar-Rahman is related to Allah's most comprehensive and encompassing and eternal expressions of mercy. That means they never go away. Ar-Rahman means this is components that never, ever, ever go away. and they encompass everything. Whereas a Raheem, this is related to Allah's practical mercy. So that's the difference. SubhanAllah. Okay, I see it, Brother Amir. Brother Amir texts me saying, can he, yeah, keep it there. He wants a screenshot. Anybody else that want to take a screenshot, take a screenshot. Let me know when you got it, Brother Amir.
Can you explain a little bit with Raheem, meaning his will and his practical, and then Rahman is...
Okay, for example, I'm going to make it in plain, simple English. Allah shows his mercy even to a kafir. That's a Rahman. But Allah only shows that special mercy to the believer. Okay, that's really basically what it is. That Allah, on the day of judgment, Allah will be merciful to us, who I will. I will give my special mercy to whoever I want, in other words. In English, Ar-Rahim means my special mercy. I only give to who I want, a select few. But a Rahman I'll give to everybody. I'll make the rain fall from the sky. I'll allow the grass to grow. I'll allow the fruit to come on the trees so y'all can survive, even though you don't believe in me. That's a Rahman. But when you die and you in that grave, I'm sending you to hell. But for the believers, they'll be in someplace else in the form of a green bird. That's Raheem. So Raheem is only to whoever I want it to. It's not inclusive to everybody. A Rahman is everybody. It's exclusive. You understand? A Rahman is everything. It's exclusive. A Raheem is inclusive. Only a select few. That's the difference in being a believer and a kafir. Exactly. You got it, Pamela. Pamela, look what Pamela wrote, guys. She said it's nothing but justice. Exactly. Now you see like I see. This is called poetic justice. Poetic justice. Yes, Pamela, you got it. Do you understand now, Layla? A Rahman is to all the creation. Yes. A Raheem is only to a select few. Okay. Now, I like the way Sheikh Kareem Abu Zayd put this in here. And by the way, this is Sheikh Kareem's book. I like the way he put this in here, this part here. He said the scholars of the ulama support this approach, supported this approach with different pieces of evidence of the Quran and Sunnah. In other words, what I just told you, there's proof. Remember, we talked about it in our Maqasid class. Whenever we speak about Allah, whenever we speak about him, it has to be a nas. It has to be verses that, of him telling us this, or the prophet telling us that. Well, there's numerous verses in the Quran and numerous hadiths that speak about this. For example, Allah describes his footstool, which is below the throne, as encompassing the heavens and the earth. So, likewise, the name Ar-Rahman, it includes all levels and meanings of mercy in this life and the hereafter. Okay? His mercy encompasses and touches everything in the universe. Like we talked about in that hadith, the animals, that's a Rahman. The animals, they show mercy to their babies, even an ugly, horrific animal like alligators that Dr. Jamali likes to go and chase. Yeah, he chases them. Even the jinn, okay? Allah shows that even to the jinn, all the forms of life in the sea and the land, okay? Also, we have this hadith from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said when Allah created finished the creation, he ordained for himself in his book, which is with him above the throne, that his mercy prevails over even his punishment, even his wrath. So, like I say, that hundreds of mercy, Allah shows it to the kafir in this world because he could just wipe them all out. The fact that they associate partners with him, the fact that they disbelieve in him, the fact that they curse him, they curse his prophets and all of that. But out of his mercy, he's allowing them to live. He's allowing them to excel in this world. Okay? And again, this name, Ar-Rahman, this name is exclusive for him. What does that mean? We cannot refer to ourselves as being Ar-Rahman because none of us have that type of encompassing mercy. We cannot name our children Ar-Rahman because, again, the creation is nothing like the creator. We may show mercy to people that we like, but if you somebody I don't like, I'll run you over. Okay, I'm just using an example. So we don't call ourselves Ar-Rahman. So again, Layla, Ar-Rahman, that's the mercy that Allah shows to all his creation, everything. He allows the hell. How many of you knew that Allah even shows mercy to the hellfire? Allah allows the hell to take a breath each year because it eats itself up. That's how hot it is. So Allah shows mercy to the hellfire by allowing it to take a breath. That's why we have the hottest days of summer and the coldest days of winter. So Ar-Rahman, that mercy is encompassing, and he shows it to all his creation. And that's why none of us can ever refer to ourselves as Ar-Rahman. We can call ourselves Abdul Rahman, Amatullah Rahman, but not Ar-Rahman. But this is another difference. Raheem, we can use for ourselves because the name Raheem refers to mercy in accordance to Allah's will. Our Allah even referred to our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as Ar-Rahim, as Raheem, the merciful. Raheem means the merciful. Listen to what Allah said about the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the interpretation, the meaning. He said, verily there has come to you a messenger from amongst yourselves. It grieves him that you should receive any harm or difficulty. He is worried over you. And he's worried over you to repent to Allah and beg him for forgiveness of your sins in order that you may enter paradise and be saved from the punishment of the hellfire. For the believers, he is full of pity. He's kind and merciful. So we can refer to ourselves as being merciful. I'm going to be merciful to my cats. I feed my cats every day. I water them every day. I change their litter box 15 times a day. I'm very merciful to my cat. But can I call myself a Rahman, the most merciful? No. Only Allah is the most merciful. Y'all understand, Sister Layla? This making sense?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so again, Raheem refers to his will. Just like I'm saying, I want to be merciful to my cats. But am I going to be merciful to a cockroach? No. If I see a cockroach, I'm killing it. No questions asked. Sorry. If a spider comes in my house, I'm killing it. No questions asked. But I'll be merciful to any cat that comes in my house. If I see a cat in the hallway, I'm going to bring it in. Do y'all understand now the difference in these meanings? Because I know English is so hard for some of us to understand. Okay. Now, I like how Brother Kareem Abu Zayd, may Allah bless him and forgive him of all his sins. I like how Sheikh Kareem Abu Zayd put this in the book too. There's another view that some so-called scholars have, but it's refuted. You got some scholars who say that Ar-Rahim, that Allah is only, that's exclusive to the believers on the Day of Judgment. They say that Allah's name is Ar-Rahman, and the Ar-Rahim, he will only show it on the Day of Judgment. How many of you have heard that? Brother Adam, I'm sure you've heard that, haven't you, Adam? That Allah will only show Rahim on the Day of Judgment. Well, this is refuted. It's refuted in this one verse of the Quran here, where Allah says in the interpretation of the meaning, and thus we have made you a just nation, so that you will be witnesses over the people, and the messenger will be a witness over you. And we did not make the Qibla which you used to face, except that we might make evident who would follow the messenger from who will turn away from him on his heels. And indeed, it is difficult, except for those whom Allah has guided, and never would Allah have caused you to lose your faith. Indeed, Allah is to the people kind and merciful. So this one verse of the Quran shows that Allah does choose. He shows, he wills his Ar-Rahim. You understand, Layla? He wills Ar-Rahim in this world. He's not saving it for the Day of Judgment. Because if he was saving it for the Day of Judgment, why would he say here that he gave it to the companions right here? And by the way, the scholars of the ulama that refute it are, of course, Sufis. They come from Sufi indoctrination. The Sufi indoctrinated ones are the ones that will tell you that Ar-Rahim is reserved for the Day of Judgment. And by the way, that's one of the ways you can find out if your imam is a Sufi or not. If you got an imam that's telling you that Allah will show Ar-Rahim on the Day of Judgment to us, that's how you know you got a Sufi imam. Okay? All right. So, I want y'all to understand, this is what I'm going to talk about on Friday. Because a lot of the Muslims here are picking and choosing what parts of the religion to live by. You're saying that because Islam, the Quran was revealed over a period of years, you don't have to obey Allah's commands all at once. You can just do a couple of things this year, and 20 years from now, when you old, you can submit to everything. Well, the people that think that way are people who don't understand the mercy of Allah, or they haven't experienced it. Because if you have truly experienced the Allah's mercy, it has certain effects upon you. Number one, it's going to cause you to love Allah. Evidently, nothing good happened in your life to cause you to love Allah. That's why you're so eager to disobey him. Because the person who knows that Allah is the merciful, they will identify the impact of mercy upon their life. This is a person who has experienced his mercy. And because of it, they will rethink their relationship with Allah, because Allah got you out of that hard situation. Let me give an example. Let me use myself. You guys know I have been so stressed out for the past couple of months, dealing with this website, dealing with my family, dealing with my personal finances, dealing with all of this drama. I was on the verge of collapse. Then one day, I don't know what happened. I had a dream, got up, and I got on the internet. I was sitting here teaching the class. And while I was teaching the class, I happened upon this website called Accredited. And I was talking to you guys, answering y'all's questions, and I just typed my name in the little box, put my last 4 digits of my social security number in there. Bam! All my debt appeared on the screen. All the debt that I'm in appeared on the screen. And then the phone rang. And I got off the internet with you guys, and it was a man. He said, well, Miss Nashiba, we can help you. I said, how do you know about me? He said, we're 24 hours. He said, you're $47,000 in debt. I said, I sure am. He said, well, guess what? You ain't got to worry. You ain't got to file bankruptcy. He said, you paying all them credit card interest, which you know is against your deen. I said, yeah, it's against my religion. He said, well, we getting ready to consolidate. I said, what that mean? He said, I'm going to consolidate your credit cards. He said, put them all together. I'm going to try to get a settlement for you where you ain't got to pay that interest and pay them. And with this payment, he did some numbers. He said, in 48 months, you'll be out of debt. It happened just like that in 4 hours. So now I'm on a plan. In 48 months, all my credits will be paid off. No interest. My credit will be good still. And I can tell you it's still good because I just got me a brand new coat from Romans. You know, subhanAllah, that's the mercy of Allah, because Allah knew that I was freaking out. I am financially in debt. I didn't see no way out of it. I don't work no more. So I'm like, I'm on a fixed income. I get good money each month, but all my money, I was paying $1,800 a month, guys, in interest credit cards. How did I get caught up in that? I don't know. But Allah got me out. No interest, no more. It's over. The interest is gone. All the credit cards settled. And I'll just pay them off in 48 months. And I'm paying only a third, not even a third of what I was paying each month to get to pay the darn things. So that causes you to say, wow, Allah was looking out for me. That'll cause you to fall down on your knees and thank Allah and do good deeds to please Him. And it'll make you fear His punishment. And that's the problem. A lot of you new converts, y'all converting to Islam, and you don't want to let go of your drugs. You don't want to let go of worshiping your parents. You don't want to let go of your kafir husbands. It's because you don't fear Allah. You have to not only have love for Allah, you not only have to have hope, but you got to fear His punishment. Allah's mercy, if it impacts you, it will cause you to become shy. You would be too shy to disobey Allah. This is what Prophet Noah, alayhi salam, had to remind his people of. He told them, what is the matter with you that you don't fear Allah? You don't fear his punishment, but you got the nerve to hope for reward from Allah. And then Noah had to remind the people. He said, look at all the things Allah did for you. He created you in different stages. He created the seven heavens and one above the other. How he put the moon in the sky. He put the sun in the sky. He brought you out of dirt. And he will bring you back to him. But you people have no fear of Allah. And that's what I say to you new shahadas. Allah guided you. He guided you to him. But you don't have enough fear of him to let go of those things that you know are bad for you. You know the drugs are bad. You know that the life of a dope dealer is limited. They say 3 years. In 3 years, you selling drugs, brother. In 3 years, either you going to be dead or you going to be behind bars. Why put yourself through that? We have to fear Allah, guys. If you feared him, then you'd cover your hair. You dress the way Allah commanded. I fear Allah. No matter how lonely I may get, I'll never go out and fornicate. I'll never do none of that crap. I'll never commit those type of sins because I fear Allah too much. Love is what causes you to fear. And once you fear his punishment, that's when you never give up hope. And that's the problem. A lot of you have not experienced Allah's mercy. So because you have not experienced his mercy in your life, you have no love for him. You have no fear of him. And what's going to happen is if you don't change, you're going to end up losing hope. And you don't want to go there because that's the job that your jinn wants to do. Your personal jinn wants to take you to hell. Your personal jinn wants you to give up and lose hope and take your life. Allah tells us, he says in this beautiful hadith qudsi, he says, say to my servants who have sinned against themselves, never despair of the mercy of Allah, because Allah forgives all sins. A lot of you sisters, you're staying with those kafir men because a lot of you feel like, well, that's okay. You know, I haven't lived with him all this time. Allah ain't going to forgive me. Allah is not going to forgive me for living with him, so I might as well just stay. Oh, yes, he will. Allah forgives all sins. Your jinn wants you to think that Allah won't. Your jinn wants you to stay in that filthy relationship, that unlawful relationship. Listen to what the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said. He said, Allah has said, O son of Adam, if you call upon me and hope in me, I forgive you, despite whatever may have occurred with you, and I don't mind. O son of Adam, if your sins were to reach the clouds of the sky and you sought forgiveness from me, I will forgive you and I won't mind. O son of Adam, if you came to me with sins as high as the earth, as high as the mountains, but you never associated partners with me, then I will come to you with forgiveness greater than all of that. So none of us should ever fear that Allah won't forgive us. You don't sit there and stay in a bad, sinful relationship because you feel that Allah won't forgive you. You don't continue to sell drugs. You don't continue to drink alcohol because you feel that Allah won't forgive you. He forgives all sins. That's that mercy. That's that Raheem that he shows to whoever he wills. So never be afraid to repent, guys. But you got to make the change. That's the problem. How many of you Muslims are willing to make the change? How many of you Muslims out there are willing to swallow that pill? Like I tell you guys, I'm not harsh. Layla Nashiba is not harsh. I'm the nicest person that you will ever meet in your life. You want to know why? Because I promise you, I will never ever lie to you, and I will never sugarcoat to you. I will give you the truth. I will give you the truth. I will never sugarcoat it. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. You just have to be able to swallow the truth. Does everybody understand that? Listen to what the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said. Allah rejoices over the repentance of a person. When that person repents to him, just like you would become happy if you lost your horse and that horse had your food on it and you never thought you'd ever find it again. So you go and sit down underneath a tree having no hope, and then you find your horse standing right in front of you and you take hold of it because you're happy. Well, Allah becomes even more happier than that when we turn to him asking for forgiveness. So it's not too late, guys, to make that change. Perhaps many of you have not experienced a Rahman, Allah's mercy in your life. Maybe you won't experience it until you leave the bad situations you're in. For the brother here who sells dope for a living, you need to stop selling dope immediately. Go get a job at McDonald's. Go get a job at Starbucks. They're hiring. Become a door dasher. Become a door dasher, an Uber driver. But stop selling drugs immediately. And then maybe you will get to experience a Rahman or a Raheem from Allah. And in turn, it'll cause you to love him to the point where you will think twice before you disobey him. And you will never lose hope in him. And the same with you sisters who don't wear hijab. You sisters who are still shacking up with men who are not lawful for you. If y'all leave those bad situations, then maybe Allah will shower his mercy upon you, and it'll cause your heart to change. All right? Okay, I'm going to stop right here for today. This is a lot to cover, but I'm glad we had this talk because, I just can't believe, well, I do believe it, but I just don't understand why these brothers, well, like Jamali said, most of them don't know the religion. They don't. But at that ain't still, y'all go to them because they're the imams of your masjids. Why these imams? Well, most of them are mystic Sufis, evidently. Murjia, Jamia. The people of the truth, you run away from. The brothers that speak like me, they call us harsh. They call us harsh and mean. These are the days we live in, where the Sunnah has become strange, abandoned, distorted. Islam, strange, abandoned, distorted. Sad. All right, any questions or comments? And you will never get no excuses from me. I promise all you shahadas, I'll always keep it real because that's my nature. I don't sugarcoat the deen. Not the religion. I wasn't trained to do that. Nope, not here. The hard truth is what you're going to get. Okay, any questions or comments? Yeah. Oh, did you, Amy? Amy says she's getting rid of that necklace now. Good job. Throw it away. Flush it down the toilet. Yeah, you don't carry nobody's ashes on you. This is shirk. I'm going to talk about shirk too.
What about having ashes in your home?
Oh, no. Get rid of that stuff. That's shirk. Bury it. No ashes. What's up with the, oh, you know what? I think I know what the problem is with the ashes. A lot of people don't have burial insurance, so they burn the bodies and give y'all the ashes. Is that what's going on? No, we don't do that. And by the way, new shahadas, you need to get a burial insurance because it's haram for us to burn. We cannot be cremated. That's another thing that you new shahadas need to know. Get you some burial insurance because when you die, you cannot be cremated. No, that's haram too.
Well, my mother, she didn't want to be buried.
Yeah.
She wanted to be cremated. Can I just, well, if I ever get her ashes, can I just bury them?
Yeah, bury him. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, you just bury him. Yeah. Yeah, just bury him. Yeah, go ahead, brother, sister Aya. What's your question, Aya? I can't see it, so can you? Because I had the people typing from the Reddit, so you have to. Can you retype it? There's so many people. Yeah, go ahead.
I asked if it was like, can you be a hypocrite or have hypocritical tendencies and be unaware of it?
No. No. This is again doubt. Say a'udhu billahi min ash-shaytanir rajim, Aya, and keep it moving. You're not a hypocrite. The simple fact that you asked that means you ain't. Hypocrites are they're kafir. They're Muslims who know better but still choose to not practice. The fact that you asked that question shows you ain't one. No, you ain't no hypocrite. The hypocrites know who they are. The hypocrites know who they are. They say they believe in Allah, but they pick and choose. You're not picking and choosing this religion, are you, Aya? You're submitting, right?
Yes.
So you ain't no hypocrite. Hypocrites know who they are. They the ones that selling drugs, drinking alcohol, fornicating, staying married to kafir men and say that they don't care. I'm going to do what I want to do. They really don't believe in Allah. You believe in Allah. You fear Allah. You love Allah. So you ain't no hypocrite. But when you get those thoughts, you know what that is, right? That's your personal jinn. So what do, Aya? You say, A'udhu billahi min ash-shaytanir rajim, and keep it moving. That's your personal jinn trying to cause you to doubt yourself. You are not a hypocrite in no way, shape, or form. Nope. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they know who they are. The brother here say, yeah, I know. You're going to have to stop selling them drugs, dude. What are you doing selling drugs? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Oh, by the way, message to Sister Nia, you had a phone call, at least the man did, you know. Hello.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Geechee.
Okay, Geechee's back. Okay. when I'm thinking about this lesson, I couldn't help but think back into, like when we take a flight, and because you have like a specific card, like a American Express, you have access to like that corporate room where all those who access that card, they are able to get the best of the best while they wait for their flight. I compare that to what we learned today, like the believers. They have access to that on earth. Yeah, Allah gives us the amenities in the airport to get our water and our juice or whatnot. That's for everyone. But it's the special ones that have the access that they can get, you know, they get the alcohol and the special meats and the special Wi-Fi and recline chairs or whatnot in this earth. You know what I'm saying? So that's like just a picture I put in my head to, you know, Rahman and Raheem together, and how as the believers, as opposed to the non-believers, what Allah gives to mankind, as opposed to that special reserve for us, that special stock. That's how I put it together. It becomes easier and easier when I make these comparisons through this book, and I'm like, wow, look at how Allah has just placed these. As the believer just opens their minds to like really take this in, it gets easier to break it down to like really understand that Allah has placed everything, every example for us to like take in, and for us to really reflect and ponder on how we're living this life, and His mercy towards us, and how we are that special stock. So we have that decision, and we have that ability in doing that to want to strive to get the better, even though we know we're the better stock, but to get the better things that Allah already said that He would place on the believers. So that's how I just, you know, put it together so I can understand it more.
Exactly. Yeah, that's how it is. I mean, like I said, you know, Islam is easy. It appeals to the heart, to the nature, and also everything is justice. Allah is just. I mean, come on. You know, we just have to. And like I said, the Prophet said each generation of Muslims will become worse than the previous, further and further away. And then it doesn't help when you have these brothers, you got imams, you know, telling y'all wrong, you know, steering you wrong. It's just sad. And then when you come to a person like me, and I'm teaching you, and I'm not sugarcoating. There's no way that you can present the truth without it hurting. That's what's meant by that. The truth is a bitter pill to swallow. Nobody wants to know that they're doing something wrong. Nobody wants to hear that they're doing something that they shouldn't do. There's no nicer way to present it. I mean, you can smile and grin and laugh, but the truth is the truth. You know, you can't do what you're doing. It's just that simple. So we just got to learn how to fess up to the truth and stop thinking that people are going to sugarcoat for us. I mean, y'all get that sugarcoating, but you ain't going to get it from Layla. I'll be the mean one. Allah loves my meanness. It's mean because I'm telling you the truth. And I ain't got no excuses for it. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead, Brother Amir. Did you understand that? The difference? He said, "No." Yeah. MashaAllah. So you know the exactly. Good job, Amir. His Ar-Rahim. Ar-Rahim relates to whom Allah chooses to show that to. Ar-Rahman is for everyone, everything. Good job, Brother Amir. That's the difference. Ar-Rahman is for all the creation. Ar-Rahim is for a select few whom He chooses. Exactly. That's a better way of understanding it in English. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to log out. The next class we have is the class on how to pray. I might be a little late because I got to finish up the PowerPoint. Because what did I put on there? I'm going to talk about with you guys the winter prayer. We're going to talk about the winter prayer. So that's going to be at 9 o'clock. I might be maybe 15 minutes late with it. But the winter prayer is next, okay? So I'm going to log out for now, then I'll be back for that. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.